first and goal when they ran Leonard up the middle, and the refs blew the whistle too early, in my opinion, but that doesn't matter. But Minshew comes running in and tries to push the pile, which I thought was awesome, and just shows I don't know, just I'm playing. I don't know, get in the end zone. I could do something. Let me do something. I'll go push the pile.
He looked a little more fired up than normal yesterday.
And then there was another moment where Leonard, and this goes back to early in the season where they talked about fixing the running game, where Leonard got smacked behind the line of scrimmage and did everything he could to make it a 2 or 3 yard gain. And I just thought that's not good, but that's great play by Leonard Fournette. So. To kind of stay within the chains. All right, let's check out the Friday 5-pack results. We have to do it. It's rules and regulations. Otherwise, we would just sweep it under the rug and forget about it because it's been disastrous this year, quite frankly.
By the way,
we made a lot of money last year. We're like Mattress Mac, and now Mattress Mac looks like he may get rich.
Mm-hmm. By the way, before we check the 5-pack results, let me remind everybody to jump in. Obviously, it's too late to get in on this week's action, but jump in tomorrow for the weekly Pick'em contest.
Oh, yeah.
Brought to you by Ernie Palmer, Toyota, Bernie Grill, and J. David Taxlaw.
Yeah.
Weekly winners will square off at the end of the season, and at stake, a chance to win a 2019 Crewmax Toyota Tundra.
That's very cool. You got to win one week, and you qualify to get the truck.
Yes. But to wit, we were -4. Both coming into the weekly action.
Rally time.
Rally time. The Rally Monkey was on the board trying to make it happen.
Come on.
Danny, you opened it up in foggy London town.
Okay.
You said the Bengals were awful. This should be a Thursday night game. You said give me whatever the points are.
Yeah.
The points were 13.5. The Rams a 14-point winner.
Yeah.
In foggy London town.
Now, let me tell you what happened in that game. I don't know what happened, but let me tell you what's happening down on the field as I'm preparing to do some interviews with the Jacksonville Jaguar football squad. I look up at the scoreboard, it says 24-10, and I look up again, it says 24-16, and I'm like, son of a bee sting. They got a junker at the end, and they did, but it got called back.
Bengals. By the way, the Florida-Georgia line is now down to 3.5. 67% of the money so far is on the Gators.
Oh.
Since we're talking Friday 5-pack.
All right.
Art of handicapping.
Jeffro?
FSU Miami this week, too, huh?
3:30, same time.
Jeffro, you opened your Friday 5-pack in victorious fashion. As you correctly identified that it was time for total crap Jim Harbaugh to get that top 10 win.
This was more than I was one of the few. That makes me smart. I didn't believe in Notre Dame, dude. That win in Georgia after watching Georgia struggle and lose to South Carolina. I mean, that close loss at Georgia wasn't impressive as it looked. And now, there was some weather all over the country, though, that jumped up some of these games, both the NFL and college. They played in some nasty stuff.
I flipped on the Kentucky-Missouri game Saturday night. It was just heaving rain.
Yeah, and the same thing at Michigan-Notre Dame. It was brutal up there, dude. But, Notre Dame fell flat, and that'll do it for the Irish and any, outside hopes of them backing into the playoffs. But Michigan and Harbaugh needed a win, though, didn't they?
Dan, very against Bran, 2 in a row from the NFL.
Yes.
To start his 5-pack. As Jeff pointed out, I thought you were a college guy, and you pointed out college guy got you -4.
There's been some controversy about your Atlanta pick.
Oh, yeah?
Apparently, I did declare on this radio show, and you agreed that I could just take Atlanta every game the rest of the year, and you jumped in your first pick on Friday.
Well, you could have taken it then.
Well, I mean, you picked first. How could I? It was your first pick.
But
I'm not
Dan, you took the Seahawks laying 7 points.
It's a push.
Push City.
Oh.
For Danny. Jeff, you said, I love a line I don't understand because Vegas usually reminds me why I didn't understand it.
Which one did I not understand?
But you were a winner here. You like the Titans laying 2.5.
Yeah.
It was tight, but
that's close.
Good enough for the win for Jeff.
2-0. I'm going to give a spoiler alert. This will be the high point of the Friday 5-pack
We have
review.
crested. Much like Tiger, we have crested the mountain.
1-0-1.
Dan, you expected Jimbo to run one up. You took A&M laying 10.5.
All right.
That was an easy cover for you, Jeff.
I was joyful to learn that Mississippi State suspended 4 players. I didn't know who they were or what they were, but when I saw that, I felt better.
Which makes them like every other Mississippi State player.
Jeff, you said you were taking the do theory. You said New England can't keep beating everyone by 100 points. You're right, they can't, but they can beat the Browns by more than 13.
Yeah, Cleveland almost covered.
Yeah.
They hung around. They kept
hung around.
They kept me, with an eye on them at least. Now the other one, I faded the other undefeated team. It's about time to say San Francisco's really good.
Oh, yeah.
Dan,
they're not just doing it with mirrors.
You called it the Mac Jones special. You went back to your printing press in Alabama. The Tide laying 32 on Arkansas.
Yeah.
Make money.
printing cash left and right. Jeff,
that was
from
like
the NFL.
30-0 in the first quarter.
Yeah, that was. Mac Jones played good.
Yeah, he did.
They got him ready, He's just set up there quiet. You wonder, gosh, wouldn't you want to go somewhere where you can play? Well, the difference is if you do wait and you do keep your spot, when you play really important games.
Jeff, you said you weren't sure if the Broncos would score 6 themselves as they were getting sick against the Colts. The Colts did win the game straight up but did not cover the 6-point line.
Yeah, well,
so
there you go. I mean, the capping was right, and then the Colts were wrong. Feel free to, I don't know, get a 21 points. I got an easy cover. If I were a Colts fan, I might organize like a march on the headquarters. They've got to get rid of Adam Vinatieri. Their season is going to end because that guy can't kick. You understand? Now, this seems like odd timing because he hit a 51-yarder to win the game yesterday, but he missed a shorter field goal and an extra point is why they trailed by a point to begin with.
Now, the final picks in the Friday 5-pack, ugly on both sides. First, Dan, you said, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, I quit.
Yeah.
You liked Rod Carey's Fighting Owls of Temple getting 10.5 points against UCF. Your final.
Yeah.
63-21.
Woo.
That's a home loss for the
like
Owls.
that pick,
UCF has bounced back from their little lull there where they lost a couple.
Meanwhile, Jeff, with the double dip of fading the unbeatens, you like the Panthers getting 6 against the 49ers in San Francisco.
Hey.
That one was a 51-13 final.
That license plate number said 49 on it.
By the way, you both offered bonus picks. Dan, you said you would have taken the Jets plus 6.5 against the Jags.
Glad I
But
didn't.
didn't want to bet against the home team.
I hit mine.
Jeff, you bit your tongue out of deference to your friend Buffalo Tom. You said you would have liked Philly
I
plus
like
2.
that game. That would have been an easy one.
Sadly, that pick would have made you 3-2 if you'd have dropped one of your L's.
Yeah.
But instead, Dan.
Well, I got this too. I kind of liked Wisconsin. In my mind, I had a great news hit because in my mind, I know I have Michigan Notre Dame. I think I've picked Wisconsin against Ohio State in my mind. So I'm going all day like, oh no, they're not covering. Then I go out and check, and I hadn't done it. So it's kind of a wash. So I go 2-3, and what? Hick went what?
Dan
2-2?
goes 3-1 and a push. So Dan improves to -2 on the season. Jeff drops to -5.
I think he might be 2-2.
I just ran through all picks. I was 3-1-1.
Dan got a win with the Rams, got a push with the Seahawks, got a win with A&M, got a win with Bama, got a loss with Temple.
Thank you very much. I like that.
I want to call that 2-2. So
-2 and -5. All right.
All right.
Let's go.
We'll catch up. A lot of season left. A lot of ball left to be played. All right. Let's do this. Let's take a quick timeout. Remind folks that we do have Tony Baselli coming up top of the hour. That time has changed now for Breakfast with Baselli. Rest of the year it'll be straight up 8 o'clock. Trent Dilfer is going to visit with us today. That's at 9 o'clock this morning. So we'll pick his brain. I'm sure he, like the rest of the football world, amazed by what Gardner Minshew is doing. And we'll also get a status report on him, on the rookie quarterbacks and where he sees them so far this year. So a lot on our plate. Happy for you to be here dining with us. This is The Drill. It's the Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Defense wins championships. This is the Defensive Player of the Game, presented by Superior Fence and Rail, where quality matters.
Second-year corner Trey Herndon was an absolute terror on defense for the Teal and Black. The sophomore had 3 tackles on Sunday and was great in coverage against the opposing offense, nabbing his first 2 career interceptions. If Darnold sees ghosts, Herndon will be in his nightmares. Trey Herndon is your Superior Fence and Rail Defensive Player of the Game.
Searching for a fence? Challenge yourself to find a fence company with more positive online reviews than Superior Fence and Rail. With over 750 total online reviews and a 4.8 out of 5 review average, Superior Fence and Rail is superior. So take the online challenge or let their professional team show you what superior service looks like. Superior Fence and Rail, where quality matters.
When you're on the fence about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Baloo here for Key Buick GMC. Come test drive some of the best-selling crossovers in America and receive 0% up to 72 months on all 2018 and 19 Buicks. Save up to $10,000 on 2018 and 2019 Buicks in stock. As always, whenever you buy from Key, whether it's a Buick or GMC, it comes with the lifetime powertrain warranty. Make sure you ask for Steve or go to KeyBuickGMC.com on the corner of Tinseltown, South Side, and Gate.
Attention diesel mechanics. Republic Services is now hiring in Duval and St. Johns County. And with Republic Services, new diesel mechanics get a $2,000 sign-on bonus, $1,000 yearly tool allowance, and competitive benefits. Republic Services will even pay for your ASC certifications and offer a bonus for each certification earned. Join the Republic Services team and make a positive impact on your community and environment today. Visit republicservices.jobs for more information and to apply. Wear the star, drive your career.
This is Hayes Carline for Harrell & Harrell. I've known Holt and Julie Harrell for almost 25 years. Holt and I go back to high school football two-a-days. They're good people, and they work hard for their clients. Hopefully you won't need them, but if you're ever injured, call Harrell & Harrell at 251-1111.
This is Stephen Lucy, team physician for Jacksonville University. Baptist Health and Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute are the team behind your team, serving as the official sports medicine provider for Jacksonville University. JOI offers a complete range of orthopedic care and rehabilitation services to keep the Dolphins on the field and in the game. Don't you want to go where the pros go? Visit JOI.net or call JOI 2000.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialist brings you the 1010XL Gator podcast channel. I'm Frank Frangie. Dan Hicken and I have all things Gators with new episodes every Monday. And then Hacker and Denny Thompson have Gator Bites on Wednesday. Search 1010XL Gator in Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and SoundCloud. Or visit 1010XL.com.
Why do you wake up hungry? I do. So when you wake up Jacksonville this morning, make your morning even brighter with Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A's hash brown scrambled burrito, maybe you've heard of it, has all the ingredients to give your morning scramble a boost. You can also get it as a hash brown scramble bowl instead. Either way, your morning will be a great one when you wake up with Chick-fil-A, especially if you order breakfast on the Chick-fil-A app. You'll earn points there for future rewards like, delicious Chick-fil-A food. So download the Chick-fil-A app, order your delicious breakfast today.
Jags fans, this one's for you. Enter the TIAA Bank Take the Field sweepstakes for your chance to win 2 club tickets and get pregame sideline access to be on the field when the Jags come out of the tunnel. A new winner will be chosen for each home game. To enter and for official rules, visit TIAABank.com/takethefield. No purchase necessary. Open to legal residents of the 50 United States and D.C. 18 and older. Void where prohibited. Entry period from 8/5/2019 to 12/18/2019. For official rules and complete details, visit TIAABank.com/takethefield. Sponsor TIAA FSB.
Own a home? Lee & Kate's Glass is Northeast Florida's go-to for residential glass services. From tub and shower enclosures to broken or fogged windows. For more information and to request a quote, visit leeandkatesglass.com.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
It's Chevy Truck Month, and right now is the right time to get behind the wheel of the all-new Chevy Silverado, the strongest, most advanced Silverado ever. After all, what truck has the most functional bed in its class and up to 20% more cargo volume than the competition? The all-new Chevy Silverado. What truck offers the choice of several different powertrains to help you find the power and efficiency you need? The all-new Chevy Silverado. This Chevy Truck Month, head into your local Chevy dealer and see for yourself that the only truck that compares to a Chevy Silverado is another Chevy Silverado. Now, well-qualified buyers make no payments for 90 days on the all-new 2019 Silverado when you finance with GM Financial. See your Southern Chevy dealers. Some customers will not qualify. Down payment required at signing if applicable. Finance charges accrue from date of financing. Not available in PA unless combined with a 0% APR. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 10/31/19. See dealer for details.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
All right, welcome back. 7:48. Good morning, Jacksonville. Peter King's Offensive Player of the Week, Gardner Minshew. Quarterback Jacksonville cooled off a little since his wild start, losing 2 of the previous 3 entering Sunday's game against the Jets. So it was the Jets. You got to play the next team on the schedule, but what's become obvious after his 8 NFL games, 7 starts, since being the 178th pick in the draft last April, is what a smart player he is and what excellent pocket awareness he has Jacksonville 29-15 win over the Jets. Minshew 22 of 34, 279, 3 touchdowns, no picks, 119 rating. And 2 plays stood out. First quarter down 7-6, heavy rush. Minshew steps up, then to the right, then up, and throws on the run to Chris Conley. 70-yard catch and run touchdown. Fourth quarter 22-15, driving, same kind of play. Juking and jutting outside the pocket to avoid the rush. Quick dart for an 8-yard touchdown pass to DJ Chark. I'll take this guy on my team any day, said Peter King. I also like the wheel route. Great call by Flip. The wheel route to Leonard when they needed to get a first down. I thought they were just going to settle for a field goal, and that I thought was a nice play. And
they're giving credit to Minshew for changing it to that.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, even better.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah, right. For a young player, it's even
Bill Belichick won his 300th game yesterday. 300th game. Pretty impressive stuff. I will say the one little nugget I took from Peter King's column is that he was talking to Chris Collinsworth about Belichick, and he said, look, we get to talk to all the stars now because we usually have a good game, but back in the day when I first started, I was at the bottom of the pile, and that means I got to do the Cleveland Browns, and I'd get Bill Belichick, and he's not a lot of fun when you're asking him, how come you stink? But he goes, but I will say this. One time I asked him about a certain player, defensive tackle, who was playing good and using his hands, and he then went into a 30-minute dissertation about how defensive tackles are supposed to play and the proper technique. And Chris said, man, you should write a book about defensive tackles. And Belichick said, I could write a book about every position.
I did think it was kind of ironic that win number 1 came as Cleveland's coach at New England, and win number 300 comes as New England's coach against the Browns. So I did think that and the 49ers really impressed me yesterday.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it's hard to completely believe in them. Remember how bad Jimmy Garoppolo was in the preseason? Yeah, the preseason is a joke of when it comes to giving you the wrong impressions, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, you just never know for sure. But
well, they're doing it with defense and running game.
And Garoppolo's played good, though.
Yeah, he's played fine, but it's a lot easier when you're up 35-3 or whatever it is. But, yeah, he's done well. And if, again, all the former Patriot quarterbacks won again and Brady won, so it's like Brady, Garoppolo, and Brissett are like 20-2.
Yeah, Jacoby Brissett is worked right into that role, right? I mean, what they saw. Don't forget now that the Colts, extended him.
Yeah.
They
That's their guy.
Yeah, they didn't go wait and see. When Andrew Luck walked away, they said, listen, we're fine with Jacoby Brissett, who seems to be getting better and better. But that's another team, though, they're untold because they've never been known for this, but they're playing good defense too.
Yeah,
the Colts are playing really good defense, and that's certainly.
There was also some talk this week in the league about why don't you wait till the bye week for Brees? Let Bridgewater. We're rolling. We're 5-0. Why do you go back to Drew Brees? Because he's Drew Brees,
right, and he's healthy, and he wants to play.
And Drew Brees said, I know what the thought was. Why don't you just wait until after the bye? Everything seems to be going great. Why take the chance? But, man, I'm a football player. As soon as I get back, I was going to get back. And he got back, and they beat the Cardinals 31-9. He
said
threw
that
3 touchdowns.
With joy in his voice.
Yeah. So,
Beefa, can I get some Who's in First music, please?
Okay.
Yeah, Who's in First? I'm going to take you through I need you to avert your eyes from your computer screen as I take you through the statistical landscape of the National Football League.
Okay.
Where there are some surprising names, I think, leading some categories that you would not have thought of this people if you haven't checked.
Okay.
Could you tell me who's in first? Who leads the NFL in passing yards?
Who leads the NFL in passing yards?
I asked. This guy is the entire reason for this segment because I would have guessed 15 names before I got to him.
Who leads the NFL?
And this, by the way, should be easier for me because I play fantasy football, so those kinds of things jump out even more.
I will go with nobody there. I don't think there's anybody there. He's hurt, so he's out. I'm going to say it's it could be. I don't think it's him. I'm going to go with an NFC guy.
Okay.
Is that correct?
It is correct.
Okay.
It is an NFC guy.
I just went through the AFC in my head.
Top 2 are from the NFC.
Okay.
And then the next 3 are from the AFC.
How about well, he might have now Prescott's played 1 less game, so I'm going to eliminate him.
And it is not yards per game, it's total yards. So I don't know where bye weeks factor in here.
I'm going to go with it's nobody there. No. I'm going to go with Jared Goff.
It's Jared Goff.
Okay.
In my mind, he's had a bad year.
Yeah, but
He's had some big, like that one game they lost, he threw 400 or 500 yards.
Yeah, how many yards does he have?
2,367.
In 7 games?
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers second, 23-24. Andy Dalton's fourth.
Yeah, he threw for a ton yesterday.
Rivers, Dalton, and Brady. All right, who is this one because we've been following.
I did one of the Googans tweeted a play from London, the Erickson kid running past 20 land for a big gainer. I enjoyed that.
You did? You liked that?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Well,
I'm petty that way.
He ran by our guys too last week.
Yeah, I'm petty.
Yeah. Well,
I don't care.
I know this.
Who's in first?
This is a stat I'm going to say every day.
Who's in first?
Every week.
Okay.
The Jags are also this now. This is my analytics.
Yeah.
They're now 2-0 with 2 extra first-round draft picks. So when they pick up 2 extra first-round draft picks, they're now 2-0.
Yeah.
You'll know this one quick. Who leads the league in rushing?
It's not Leonard. He's second.
Yeah.
It's
you know this, so I'm going to say. Yeah, it's Dalvin Cook.
Okay.
Nick Chubb, your boy's up to third.
Nick Chubb's good.
He is good.
He fumbled twice yesterday, but gosh, he's good. The Patriots are so good on defense, and Nick Chubb was running through them pretty good yesterday.
Patriots took the wrong guy. They could have taken Michelle or Chubb. They went Michelle.
Yeah.
They should have taken Chubb. He's a little better, I think. Who leads the National Football League in receiving yards?
I have no idea, so I'll go with
this. By the way, this is like the Mount Rushmore up here. So go with a big boy, you'll get it.
Julio.
Julio's third, 712. Michael Thomas.
Okay.
By 100 yards, 875. Second place.
DJ Chark.
Is Cooper Kupp.
Oh, yeah.
He's probably a little underrated, isn't he?
220 yesterday. He had 220 with 8 minutes to go in the third. He didn't catch another ball. I mean, we were talking about chasing down Flipper at that point. Flipper Anderson, 336 yards receiving. Best game in NFL history.
2 guys tied for the NFL lead in sacks. Can you give me either one? One's name you might remember because we've talked about him kind of as an unknown
Can you give me the number?
This year. The number's 10. Two players have 10 sacks.
Oh, I know the one is the Bucks guy. Yeah.
So you can't remember his name because he bet on himself. He took the 1-year deal.
Yeah, it's a Washington linebacker.
Shaquille Barrett.
Yeah.
Shaq Barrett.
Yeah.
And Myles Garrett is caught up with him yesterday.
Myles Garrett's got 10.
Yeah, he's got 10. Okay, I have the Shazam Spotlight. Then we're going to go to break. Come back, talk to Tone. All right? The Shazam Spotlight is brought to you by Shazam. Should we break instead? Are we over?
Yeah, we're over.
Okay, we'll hold off on that until later. This is The Drill, the Monday Morning Quarterback Divorce, menonly.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. You can now watch The Drill and Frangie Show live every day on YouTube and Twitch. On YouTube, search 1010XL Video, all one word. On Twitch, search 1010XL Jacksonville, all one word. Watch The Drill and Frangie live 7 to 9 a.m. and 3 to 5 p.m. on YouTube and Twitch.
Hi, this is Dale Murray, and we're throwing the flag on those big city dealers charging those big city prices. Come see why everybody's driving the distance to Murray Superstores. If we don't have it, the manufacturer doesn't build it. Our starting All-American lineup wins every time. Plus, our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty on all new and qualified used vehicles puts the blitz on the competition. And we'll trade anything from wore-out bed sheets to football cleats. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hacker here from XO Primetime. Now, you've heard for a long time that I'm a sausage guy. Well, I have found my favorite sausage. Cugino sausage is great. From the hot, medium, or mild Italian sausage, Cugino sausage is my go-to. A family recipe made in small batches, and best of all, they deliver. Go to CuginoSausage.com to order your Cugino sausage. Use code 1010XL to get 10% off the ultimate tailgate package. That's CUGINOS sausage.com.
Cugino sausage. Our meat makes your mouth happy.
Divorce, menonly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to divorcemenonly.com. Divorcemenonly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Post-game Monday on 1010XL is brought to you by Dandy Foods, makers of the world-famous Classic Cuban. Everybody loves a classic.
Attention, architects, engineers, and property managers, give your concrete structures new life with some CPR. CPR Contracting doesn't patch your concrete problems, it solves them. CPR restores and protects all concrete structures. So if the building is 1 story or 40 high, a bridge 1 mile or 10 miles long, CPR is long on the experience to fix it right. Local, licensed, insured, bonded, and drug-free. CPR is the concrete contractor you need to get to know. Also working with other general contractors. Find them at cprcontracting.com.
This is the Mangler. By now you've heard my commercial for Advanced Disposal on our need for CDL drivers. As a result, we've added some good drivers to our team. However, we still have some positions to fill. We're looking for CDL drivers in Northeast Florida, especially in Clay County, St. Johns County, and yes, Duval. Come be a starter on our team. Earn a solid wage and get full benefits. Head to our website, advanceddisposal.com/careers, and get signed up today. That's advanceddisposal.com/careers.
Equal opportunity employer.
I love the fall in Jacksonville. You know what else is absolutely out of this world? The fall over at the Blue Crab House. Sit out on that deck, enjoy the best Bloody Marys in town. Absolutely a staple right here throughout the city. Located on Julington Creek Road in San Jose, the best seafood, crabs, oysters, it does not matter. Locally owned and operated going back to 1996. I'm talking about the Blue Crab House, located on Julington Creek Road in San Jose.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you listen to one commercial today, listen to this one.
Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet are doing it again. This year, we will recognize 12 local heroes in our community and honor them with a brand new vehicle. 12 heroes will be getting 12 new vehicles. Nominate a law enforcement officer, firefighter, EMT, nurse, teacher, veteran, and new this year, your local WOW hero. Head to localwowheroes.com to nominate and vote today. Let's wow our heroes.
Peace of mind. It's one of the most important things we can have, and sometimes the most elusive. I'm Mark Anajar from the Law Office of Anajar and Levine. Falls can be embarrassing. Your first reaction might be to get up, but always make sure to check yourself for any injuries. Examine your surroundings to see what caused you to fall. Take pictures if possible, and call the manager to make a formal report. If you've been injured in a slip and fall accident, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
Office in Jacksonville.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update brought to you by Best Bet. I'm Taylor Dahl for 1010XL. The Jaguars now head to London with a .500 record as they beat the Jets yesterday 29-15. Gardner Minshew with another solid game as he threw for 3 touchdowns to 3 different receivers in DJ Chark, Chris Conley, and Keenan Cole. The Jags play the Texans in London this weekend, and Houston got hit hard yesterday as defensive end J.J. Watt tore his pectoral muscle during the win over Oakland. Watt will now miss the remainder of the season. And the Astros take 3 games in Washington and lead the 3-2 lead in the series after outscoring the Nationals 19-3 in games 3, 4, and 5. They now head back to Houston for what could be the series-clinching game tomorrow at 8 p.m. It's 71 degrees at 8:02. Time and temp are brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller. Stay tuned for more of The Drill next on 1010XL.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
Now breakfast with Boselli.
Brought to you by Claude Nolan Cadillac and ClaudeNolanCadillac.com. Beginning lasting relationships since 1905. Breakfast provided by Chick-fil-A.
On 1010XL.
Tony Boselli is one happy camper these days. He was just giddy yesterday when I saw him in the press box area.
Yeah, that was because of the pumpkin brownies.
The pumpkin brownies, the USC Trojans fight on.
Mm-hmm.
His Florida State Seminoles were victorious.
His Astros have come back.
His Astros have come back. His Jaguars are rolling.
Of course, they beat his Yankees, so that's a little bit bittersweet.
Don Anthony, could life be any better for you right now?
No, it was a clean sweep. It was a clean sweep this weekend. And I'm not sure what you talk about my Yankees. It's my Astros.
Okay. Yeah, well, I'm sorry. I wasn't sure.
Former Woodlands product, Tony Boselli.
Yeah. Trojans, Knowles.
Yes.
Jags, Astros.
Yes.
Wow. I mean, what else can you ask for?
Nothing.
All you do is win.
Nothing.
Oh, and Tiger won.
Tiger won. senior night at Ponte Vedra High School, Big Bo walking across the field.
That's that is a further nail in one of your worst prediction coffins.
What's that?
Oh,
The
gosh,
Tiger never win again back in the day. We all overreact a little bit. Yeah.
But he's never been the same. We can say that.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So, what impressed you most about the Jags yesterday?
I think what impressed me the most, since they're 4-4 overall, is that they've beaten every team they're supposed to beat.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think if after that Kansas City game, if they lost and Foles was hurt, defense was just playing terrible, and everything you look at, you're like, oh my gosh. If you'd have said, if you're 4-4 going to London with a chance to get to 5-4 when Nick Foles gets back, you would say that is a victory. You'd be like, heck yeah, because we're right in the middle of the playoff race. So I think the resiliency of this team and how they play, I've been so impressed with all year. You think about what they've gone through coming up, to the halfway mark.
Right.
Loser Sprint, the guy that they paid all this money to that they were thinking was the guy at quarterback, 11 plays into the season. Then arguably your best player on the team, most talented player on the team, goes, a little bit crazy in Houston and demands a trade, and you have 4 weeks of drama around that. And you're playing a 6th-round quarterback that's a rookie. All those things, and you're like, man, this is a lot going against this team, and injuries and everything else. And I think in the past, last year this team would have fallen apart. And I think they've handled adversity very well. And I think it's a mentally tough team.
Why is that, Tony? There's a lot of holdover, when it comes to especially on defense, and then guys like Leonard, who we didn't think necessarily handled adversity well last year, has completely changed, his mentality, it seems. But why, what would you attribute that to?
Yeah, I think you got to give credit to the coaching staff. I think Doug Marrone has obviously done a good job pulling the right triggers and doing the right thing and getting this team together. I give Leonard Fournette a lot of credit. He went from a distraction and a disruptor, I think, and kind of a problem, to a positive, really good player, teammate, working hard. Those things matter, of how that locker room works and what goes on in the locker room. And so I think it's all those things put together, and they give all the players credit. I think they realized last year that it was a little bit of a selfish team and a little bit all about me and, getting mine and all those kinds of things. And I think either guys changing, getting rid of some guys, it's a different locker room. And I really like this team.
You bring up a point, Tony, I'd like to just add something to real quick. I think that's part of the reason why Tom Coughlin made that now infamous remark at the state of the franchise. Doug Marrone got his guys together after last season, ended so poorly, and said he wanted to flip the script and have everyone there for everything. So I think that's kind of a backdrop to why Coughlin, said what he said at the state of the franchise, which obviously offended, some players more than others. So anyway.
Well, yeah. Again, I understand the desire of wanting guys there, but you can't do that.
Correct. No. Yeah, I understand. I'm not saying otherwise.
Not be there if they don't want to be there.
You can say I can't do it, but he did it.
Well, and he got reprimanded for it, but that's it. It's neither here nor there. The bottom line is that this is a team that likes each other, that plays hard for each other, that's resilient, they're gritty. This is if I was a fan, and I am a fan, but if I was a fan in this city, I would love this team because they play hard. It's not perfect, and they're by no means a great team, but they are a gritty, tough team that is going to be in every game they play. Look at the season this year, and it's been a tough record. A tough schedule opening up. Take away the Kansas City game, where it was just a disaster. Nothing went right. They have had a chance to win every game. They've had the ball. They've had their hands on the ball. The last possession, chance to win. What else do you want? That's what you want out of your team.
You said matter-of-factly when Nick Foles gets back. Doug was a little bit evasive about it yesterday. I'm just curious where your thoughts are now. I've pretty much been all along Foles, and then I watched Minshew yesterday kind of find another spark and make some plays with his legs. And I think Minshew probably misses some things that Foles probably wouldn't miss. But I'm just curious where you are and your thought process when Nick Foles gets back, which will be after the bye, which is coming up after the game with Houston.
Yeah, well, I think they win this week. I think they're going to be 5-4 going into the bye.
Mm-hmm.
And if I was the coach, I would start Nick Foles as soon as he's 100% healthy.
Okay.
And there's nothing against Gardner Minshew. I think Gardner Minshew very well could be the future quarterback of this franchise.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that. I think he's been outstanding. But you can't allow emotion in the moment to, I think, cloud the bigger picture of Nick Foles has won a Super Bowl. He's been a Super Bowl MVP. He's played in the biggest games in this league. He's seen a lot of defenses, been in a lot of situations that Gardner just hasn't been in yet.
Okay.
And I think, and so if it was me, I would go with Nick Foles when he got back and he was 100% healthy. That's why you paid him. That's why you brought him in here to be your quarterback. And I think and Nick Foles has done nothing to change your mind of that he's that guy. I mean,
right.
I mean, it's been feels like a lifetime ago. When the play got hurt, he threw a perfect pass as he's getting hammered in the face. I mean, that's the type of guy you want back there.
Is that decision Doug Marrone and Doug Marrone's alone, do you think?
In my opinion, it should be the head coach's decision.
Okay.
At the end of the day, how that's going to work internally, I'm not sure. I mean, my guess is, and if I was Doug, I would go to Tom, I'd go to Dave, I'd go to my offensive coaches, and I'd have a conversation with all of them and get input from everybody. But I think it's the head coach's final decision. He should make the final decision of how this goes and what happens. But I think a smart head coach will get input from the people around him that he trusts and that that can help kind of bring some more light on to the situation.
It's kind of ironic that Gardner Minshew is basically what Nick Foles was in Philly. You know, a guy who comes in a pinch when you think your season's over. In Philly's case, he came in to lead them through the postseason and into a Super Bowl, and here it's Minshew stepping in to save what would have been a lost season.
Well, and I think the best thing about Minshew that I love is that we went from not really having a quarterback that you had confidence in. Everyone liked Blake, but confidence that could win the game, throwing the ball. So now we have two guys that I think you feel pretty good about, and one's a young guy that I really believe that is only going to get better. I mean, this is not the best Gardner Minshew's going to be, and he's pretty dang good right now. If you look at his numbers, what he's doing.
Yeah.
That gives you that pretty exciting as a franchise. You have a guy like that we'll see where Nick Foles goes and what happens and how it works out when he gets back in there. But at the end of the day, that a young guy sits, that you've seen enough now that he can play the game.
It basically projects to 4,000 yards passing, 25, 26 touchdowns, and 4 or 5 picks. That's pretty impressive stuff.
And he's not top 5 or even top 10, but we have a guy who's not, bottom 5 all the time.
The guy can win games.
Right. I mean, here's all you need to know. Of all the rookies drafted, he's the best rookie in this class.
Yeah. That's something.
That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
I mean, the stats, the games, the record, what he's done. He is the best rookie in the class. And, that says a lot.
Hey, Tone, from a schematic point, tell us what the radio booth was talking about is Sam Darnold takes the Jets right down the field yesterday and goes 7 for 7. And then Herndon got the big pick, seemed to flip the momentum. And that was on a play where the Jags, I believe, blitzed. I think Calitro, who led the team in tackles yesterday, which is a whole nother story.
Got off to a rough start, boy. He missed that one open field tackle, and you're like, ugh.
Yeah. Got in on Darnold. And then the floodgates kind of opened up as Jacksonville really teed off on Darnold. But then again, it's 22-7, games in hand. Did they change anything at 22-7 to allow the Jets to go down the field, make it a one-possession game? So tell me about the defensive plan yesterday and how you thought it unfolded as they had 8 sacks on the day and 3 turnovers, which is outstanding.
Yeah, I thought it was a great plan by Todd Wash. And, that opening drive, that happens a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
Because the offense has a script, and they are going to come out, and Adam Gase has been known at the beginning of games to do a lot of different things schematically and kind of test you. Mm-hmm. And what that tells me is that Todd Wash and his staff are really good at in-game adjustments because you're always trying to kind of get a feel for what the other team's going to do. And Sam Darnold, I know that everyone says he's ghost and he's no good, and yes, he's prone to mistakes when you pressure him, but he's playing behind an offensive line that's not good.
Right.
I mean, not good at all. And he's getting hammered a bunch. And Sam's problem is when he starts getting hit, instead of just taking the sack and throwing it away, he tries to make plays. And and tries to force things, and that leads to mistakes, and the Jags took advantage of those mistakes. So I thought the adjustments that Todd made were really good. They blitzed, but they also won with 4.
Right.
The last 2 weeks, Ngakoue you can tell that hamstring must be healthy, feeling good, because he's had great rushes
right.
the last 2 weeks. And he's winning even when the ball's gone. He's right in the face of the quarterback. So that's going to help your pass rush. Obviously, Josh Allen's having a nice year just as a rookie. So, I thought overall they took away the run. Le'Veon Bell was no factor. Taven Bryant getting his second start of his career the last 2 weeks has played really good football.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, we've all been killing him, every one of us. Why would you pick this guy in the first round? Well, late in the first round, all of a sudden you look at him and it's like, hey, he's playing pretty dang good football, 3 technique.
Yeah.
Where he should always been playing from the beginning. And so I just think they've done a really good job, and the turnovers come in bunches in this league. And they're starting to come our way, which is good. And they also come when you are disruptive and you pressure a quarterback. And they've done that the last 2 weeks. Now, they've been playing against bad offensive lines, and so they're doing what they're supposed to do. And I thought it was a great game plan.
Jags are plus in the turnover margin after that terrible start they got off to in that category.
Yeah,
one, remember?
And everyone, I was seeing on Twitter, they got the one drive, in the second half, and everyone's freaking out, like, what's Todd Wash? He stopped blitzing. They didn't do anything different. I mean, the Jets have some good players on their team.
Well, the overall defense is starting to rise up in the standings too. I mean, they were yards allowed. They were like 24th a few weeks ago. Now they're up to top 12 in both categories. Now, look, one thing, there's 2 sides to they're beating who they're supposed to, which you mentioned earlier, which is a positive because there's a lot of teams around the league that aren't every week. That's for sure. But the other side of that too, this is still a team in search of a strong win, right? And beating Houston in London would qualify more, in that category. You've got the 1-win Bengals, the 1-win Jets, the 2-win Broncos. So what an important 3-game stretch they have here, Tone.
It's all in front of them. It's the great thing about it. I mean,
3 straight division games.
Yeah, you got the Texans, you got the Colts, and then you have the Titans.
Yeah.
And you find a way to win those 3, and you're going to be probably leading the division. We're going to be tied for it.
Tony, can success or game plans, versus a division team, probably not. Is there any way to bottle that momentum? I mean, we had so much momentum at the end of that game, right? The Jags had stormed back, and if the game had another quarter in it, if you felt like they were going to win, do you take anything you do, or are you almost starting from scratch now that the league and the Texans have so much more info on Minshew and,
Well, I think it's such a different game, Jeff, and this is why. Number one, that was Minshew's first start on the road in NRG Stadium. Really tough place to play. And it was really, you could tell, it was, he's a rookie, first start. It was tough early. And then he got things going, and they played well. And remember, Leonard wasn't running like he is now, and they weren't blocking the way they are now. And so I think offensively, it's going to have a much different feel for this Jaguar team. Plus, they don't have J.J. Watt. Tore his pectoral muscle yesterday, and so one of their best players is going to be out. Defensively, it's going to be 100% different, too. Because if you think back to that first game and the way we have played Houston since Jalen Ramsey's been here, that Jalen Ramsey has mirrored DeAndre Hopkins and played man on him all over the field. Well, you don't have anyone on the team that can do that now. And so it's going to be a different game plan from a defensive standpoint as well of what you do and how you attack the Houston Texans. And I'll be really interested to see how Todd Wash and the staff put together that plan against DeAndre Hopkins. Now, you're not going to have Will Fuller, who hurt his hamstrings, probably going to be out this game as well. So that is a plus again to the Jaguars because he's a over-the-top threat. They still have Kenny Stills, and let's not forget Carlos Hyde had a huge day against them in Houston. And so while you always learn things from the first matchup and the division team's better, I think because of injuries and trades and maturation of a young quarterback, I think this game's going to be night and day difference from the first one.
I want to go back to something you said about Taven Bryan because I watched him a couple plays yesterday just out of curiosity, and he must be a strong dude because he would take the guard and basically drive him back to right in front of the – he almost got a sack one time. The guard almost got a sack one time because Taven pushed him so far back into the quarterback.
Taven's probably the strongest guy on the team.
Is he? Yeah.
If not, he's in the top 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And he's powerful. He's athletic. I mean, Taven's issue is not skill set.
Right.
Taven's issue has always been he can't find the ball. His instinct. And he's struggled. But the last 2 weeks, he's playing fast, and he's getting there, and being disruptive. And so, he's playing good football. I mean, call it as it is. And, he was the punching bag this preseason, and rightfully so. He did play well.
Right.
And here's a guy that
they had him out there with the third stringers at some point in the preseason.
Oh, yeah, he was playing deep into the game. Listen, all he has to do, look right down the line, and fans need to sometimes realize that not every prospect is instant rice. You don't pour in the water, put it in the microwave, and have, look how great this is. It takes a while. Look at Smoot. I mean, Smoot sat around here 2 or 3 years. We're like, why is this guy even on the team? Didn't have a sack.
Got 4
this year. He's got 4 already this year, and he's made impact plays. So, yeah, well, I mean, I know we're all.
I think you make a great point in the sense of, and I'm guilty of it. We're all guilty of it.
Sure.
In an era where you want everything immediately, and and I think a lot of it's social media and just the expectations and how much more we know about players and all the things that go into it, and also because the NFL has become this year-round thing. So the draft is like this huge thing. So if you get a huge event, when you pick these guys early, you expect them to come in and just be great players off the jump. And it doesn't always work that way. Guys are different. They develop. And you look at a guy like Taven, and he still has a ways to go. And we don't want to jump to conclusions after 2 games that all of a sudden he's
right.
Reggie White, but he was a guy who didn't play a lot of snaps, if I'm not mistaken, at Florida either. It took him a while to get going there until it was the last year, and had a very good last year. So he's a work in progress, but I give him credit because it would have been easy for him to kind of go and go into the tank and just take his ball and go home based on kind of the reception he was getting and the way he was playing. It was rightfully so what he was receiving, but he's done a great job. I'm impressed, and it's important with Marcel Darius out. You need him to step up. He's the starter now, and the expectations are going to be high for the way he needs to play the game.
8 sacks yesterday, Tone. 2 guys in particular fill my heart with just excited promise, and that is, it looks like Jan's probably working his way out of those injuries that people probably weren't even aware were slowing him up early. I mean, he was a big presence yesterday around the quarterback. And, man, this Josh Allen, the league sure looks like it whiffed when they let him fall to 6. My goodness, is that kid playing football.
Well, he's just so big and athletic. And the scariest thing about Josh Allen, he's still learning to rush the passer.
Right.
It's not like he's a great natural pass rusher with these great moves. He just beats people because of his physicality and his power and strength and speed. And he's only going to get better. That's the cool thing about it. And he's a really hard worker and has the right attitude. And he makes plays because he just, like the sack he had on, one of the sacks he had on Darnold yesterday.
Yeah, we chased him down.
He beat the tackle, forced him out, and then just ran him down.
He ran him down, too, now. I mean, like a lion runs down a zebra or something.
I mean, if I was Sam Darnold, I would try to run faster if I saw that cat coming after me. So it was, it was a great, I think we all knew draft night when he fell to us. We were pretty fortunate that I don't think very many people thought he'd be there.
Well, and we've just taken a punching bag to the Jaguars for years and years on their draft classes, but this one could be historically great, in all honesty. I mean, it's not just Josh Allen. It's, you've raved a little bit about Jawan Taylor and how he's performed.
He's outstanding. Jawan Taylor is a good football player.
Yeah, and
he played good again. He played good again yesterday. I really like him. He's powerful, big, strong. He was a guy that I remember they were talking about taking him
with the 6th pick at one point.
Yeah. And I was like, I don't know if I'd take him that high. 7th pick, I don't know if I'd take him that high. And we didn't. I'm glad we took Josh Allen, but boy, I'm glad everyone else whiffed on him.
Yeah.
Because he's a first-round talent the way he's playing.
I mean, the Texans, I think, took 2 offensive linemen before Taylor
Thank you.
Yeah. So thank you very much. And then, of course, obviously Minshew, but the other kids, Williams and Armstead and
flashed.
If they can get the tight end
Quincy
going.
Williams.
Yeah.
Quincy Williams is going to be a really good football player.
Yeah.
You talk to anyone in that building, you talk to the coaches about the potential and how he's, he got benched and that was good for him, but that as he matures and learns and gets more comfortable, I mean, he has all the talent you want. He can fly, and he hits like just a Mack truck. When he hits you, you feel it.
I think there's a pep in the step a little bit more from A.J. Boye. We were talking to him in the locker room after the game, and, listen, there's a financial element. It's a business, and I think A.J. Boye realizes that, you know what, I'm going to be on this football team here next year too, and I'm going to be making some serious coinage because he's under contract, but there was some talk that, well, he might be the guy who goes, as you face cap ramifications. But with the exit of Jalen, AJ was talking a big deal and was excited for Trey Herndon, who had a couple of picks, and was kind of playing the we've sort of rallied together since the Ramsey trade. I wonder if that was a bit more of a distraction than we made it out to be.
Well, I think what you see in the secondary, and I think you see guys doing their jobs, and it's not about any one individual.
Yeah,
just playing good team defense and good. Trey Herndon is not as talented as Jalen Ramsey.
Sure,
I mean, no one's going to argue that. But Trey Herndon's a good football player, and he plays his technique, and he plays his scheme very well. And we saw him make some really nice plays yesterday, and I think he's played well since he's had to, step up with Jalen with the mysterious back injury in the trade. That from day one, has he gotten beat? Sure, but all corners in this league get beat. It's part of the position. But I think he's played good football, and I do get a sense the way that these guys are playing on the back half is pretty dang good. Now, DJ Hayden got hurt. That because he was playing at a very high level, and we'll have to wait and see what the status is. But definitely don't want to go to London and play Houston without DJ Hayden if possible.
Yeah, that's for sure. All right, when do you leave for London, big fella?
I'm leaving Tuesday night.
Okay.
So I'll leave a little bit early before the team. There'll be some things over there, and then I'll be back with the team.
They're going to love Minshew Mania over there, boy. They're going to eat that up when he gets off with his All-American headband and, his mirrored sunglasses.
Great.
Yeah.
He's just a trip. He's still fun to watch.
He is a trip, dude.
That's amazing to me. And we were saying this in the broadcast. Like, when you watch him, it's not like you see, or you see him, like, oh, this guy's a great athlete, or, like, this guy's, phenomenal runner of the football. But I was just watching the tape this morning. He makes plays with his feet, buys time. He's running around, making people miss in the pocket. It's really remarkable.
He looks like you threw a cat in on A1A at 8 o'clock in the morning, and he just darts around and escapes somehow.
He's like one of those. I mean, we all know those kids when you're growing up. When you play street football or street basketball or you pick up basketball. It's just that kid who just doesn't look like much, but is always making the shot or making people miss or, making the play when need be. And he does it at the highest level. And I just can't say enough about him and just how he's handled the entire thing. Not just on the field, but I think it's been, some maturity of how he's handled all the attention and all the Minshew madness and has been able to stay focused and grounded and just taking care of business. So it's pretty good.
Hey, real quick, did the Jags make a trade tomorrow or today? Trade deadline's tomorrow.
Or is there or is there a position that you think they...
Marcel Darius, Carlos Hyde, they did it 2 years in a row. Do you expect them to do something?
I don't know. It's a great question. I mean, you look at, because of the Darius injury...
Yeah.
We played the Jets yesterday. Leonard Williams is on the block, supposedly. Is that a guy you look at?
The big cat.
With the right price.
It's funny
right there.
that not funny, but Dan brings this up. CBS Sports actually did the one deal that everyone should make. So we'll come back on the other side and we will we'll dive into that. At least what they suggested, a move they suggested the Jaguars might be willing to do. So we'll take care of that.
My guess is, though, guys, they don't.
Yeah.
I think they keep the draft capital. I think they like the team they got going into the
let it ride.
Yeah, I think they'll let it ride, but we'll see.
All right,
thanks,
brother.
Tony. Appreciate you.
Safe trip. Talk to you. All right. There he goes, the big fella. Soon to be Hall of Famer, Tony Baselli. Yeah, I was a little surprised at who CBS recommended or thought might come to town, only because it's going to be a lot more, going to be a big money guy, which I'm not sure they would do right now. But we'll get into that and some more as we return. It's the Monday Morning Quarterback, DivorcedMenOnly.com.
The 1010XL studios are kept clean by Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
He's number 55, Mac in the middle, Tom McManus.
I think what we saw Sunday.
Fridays on Jaguars Today, brought to you by McGowan's, the official heating and air conditioning partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars on 1010XL.
Okay, here we go with our final lightning round on Potty Talk. Top 3 answers on the board. Ready? Okay. The best way to save money when your faucets or pipes are leaking.
Roland Reese Plumbing?
Something to help you avoid clogged sewers and drains.
Roland Reese Plumbing.
The technical term for that ba-whoosh sound when a toilet flushes correctly.
Roland Reese Plumbing.
Roland Reese Plumbing is always the right answer. Roland Reese Plumbing, 260-7059.
Hey, Hicken here for my friends at Nimnick Buick GMC, the #1 Buick GMC dealership in all of Jacksonville, FLA. The most inventory, more cars, more trucks, more SUVs than anybody else. The best price guarantee is always there with Nimnick, too. And they've been around for a long time, serving and donating to our community for 78 years. No one cares more about their customers before and after the sale. And speaking of sales, if you're in the market to lease, the model year-end closeout event is flying, right? SUVs, luxury SUVs, $199 a month. GMC Canyon trucks, $279 a month. You can lease those. 2019 models got to go. You can save 23% off a 2019 GMC Sierra SLT Crew Cab truck. 23%, by the way. 23% off the 2019 Buick Encore SUVs as well. To learn more, go to NimnickBuickGMC.com. That's NIMNICHT, BuickGMC.com, or stop by the showroom right there on Phillips Highway, just south of I-295. GMC, we are professional grade. Do yourself a favor. In the market for a car, truck, SUV, Nimnick Buick GMC. Gang, the new name, and Buick.
Football fans, what's your ride looking like these days? Rolling on those stock rims, ball tires? My friends over at R&R Tire Express hooked me up, and can you too? R&R carries a huge selection of passenger tires and custom wheels with affordable payment options. Just $20 installs new tires and $50 installs custom wheels and tire packages with R&R's 6-month same as cash. Installation, rotation, balance, flat repair, and a roadside assistant is free. Ask for the Leon Special, and R&R will give you $100 off your purchase. For locations, go to rnrtires.com.
Have you heard the expression, knowledge is power? It's sure true in the criminal justice system. I'm attorney Lee Lockett, and I'm here to remind you of some very important rights. Know that you don't have to answer questions during any investigation. Trying to talk your way out of trouble rarely goes well. In a DUI investigation, you don't have to participate in the roadside gymnastics. Know your rights. Get in the know. Know before you blow. Offices Jacksonville. Call 858-9818 now or go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com.
Hey folks, been thinking about getting your carpets cleaned? Call Zero Res, the #1 rated carpet cleaner in town. Call us to get your carpets, tile and grout, area rugs, and furniture cleaned. Zero Res spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Supply chain hiring needs. Remedy, your workforce specialist of more than 25 years, has expanded to offer specialized division of Pro Logistics by combining the local market knowledge and exceptional service of Remedy with logistics assessments. We can help handle every position inside your facility. Call Remedy Team today for your supply chain hiring needs. Give Wayne a call at 904-528-1933.
It's Client Appreciation Month at Ideal Image Med Spa, and they are celebrating by giving you up to 70% off laser hair removal. This special offer ends on October 31st, so call now so you don't miss out. Think about that back hair that you're always asking somebody else to get rid of for you. Think about that neck hair, facial hair, chest. Guys, you've got so much unwanted hair, just like us ladies. And no, this is not something that's just for women. Laser hair removal is for everyone. My husband can attest to that. It's gone. A more permanent solution for getting rid of embarrassing, unwanted hair. With Ideal Image, call for your private complimentary consultation, 904-652-0652. That's 904-652-0652, located at the markets at Town Center, US 17, just south of Orange Park on Fleming Island, and in St. Augustine in Diane's Marketplace. Medical Director Dr. Holly Hickman, check them out at idealimage.com. Up to 70% off laser hair removal right now. This special offer ends October 31st. Call now.
What's up, Jacksonville? This is Allie McDeal from both Best Bet Card Rooms in Jacksonville and Orange Park. The holidays are on the rise. Celebrate with the family and friends by serving a delicious honey-baked ham on your Thanksgiving table. Throughout the entire month of November, all high hand winners will receive an 8-pound honey-baked ham. Head to either Best Bet location and pick up your Thanksgiving dinner today. For more detailed information, visit them on the web at bestbetjacks.com. Best Bet, where anybody can win.
Hurricanes aren't the only weather-related danger here in the Sunshine State. Let Southern Oak Insurance show you how we can protect your home. Log on to find out more, southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours.
Southern Oak Insurance.
How tough is the new 2019 Crewmax Toyota truck? Well, it's tough enough for Ernie Palmer Toyota and 1010XL to give one away this fall. Fact is, Ernie Palmer Toyota now has your toughest and coolest Tundras, Tacomas, Highlanders, and Sequoias just sitting around waiting for you to drive. So visit Ernie Palmer Toyota today and keep an eye out for the Ernie Palmer Weekly Pick'em Contest this football season on 1010XL.com, where you'll have a chance to win a Crewmax Toyota Tundra, only from Ernie Palmer Toyota.
Stay close to the Seminoles with the Florida State Seminole Report.
I'm Lauren Rue, and I'll deliver the weekly news and notes you need to know.
Brought to you by Performance Painting, quality coatings applied with pride on 1010XL. This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
3rd and goal from the 8. Minshew drops the throw. Minshew looks, scrambles to his right. Looks, pump fake, still looks, pump fake. Fires toward the end zone. Caught by DJ Chark. Touchdown! Chark attack in the corner of the end zone. And the Jags extend the lead.
I don't know, man. Kind of just blacked out on that one. He did an awesome job, man. He came from all the way on the other side of the field, worked all the way back. That was a credit to him working and just finding a way.
All right, welcome back to the program. Good morning, Jacksonville. The NFL trade deadline does come up mañana, or tomorrow. I'll get it right. 4 o'clock. I'm looking at some of these rumors, and it's interesting. Jay Glazer said the Texans are receiving calls about DeAndre Hopkins. Why would they trade DeAndre Hopkins? I don't think they would. Cardinals turning down offers for Patrick Peterson. Why would you do that? I would trade him. Redskins holding firm on Trent Williams. That makes no sense. He's not going to play for you. Why wouldn't you trade him? It makes zero sense.
Well, I mean, some people subscribe to the never giving in to the player for fear of, precedent.
Oh, for Trent Williams?
Well, it's kind of like what they said here. Well, once you do that now, there's not going to be a chow line. It takes a incredible confluence of elements for that to even exist. One, you have to be unbelievably good.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the Jags.
Ian Rappaport did report Williams' plans on reporting to the team by week 10 to make sure he counts the season.
Got to get that cash in that free agency year. The deal that I saw proposed for the Jaguars was the same. They proposed a deal between the Jags and the Broncos, getting Chris Harris, the cornerback.
Oh, for what?
For a draft pick.
Oh,
I think it was like a second and a third, maybe, But apparently, Chris Harris is.
He's only got the rest of this year, then he's a free agent.
Yeah, and I don't. Well, right, it would be with the minds of paying him and making him that long term. But I guess he's got some, interesting cornerback personality quirks himself, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
can be kind of difficult sometimes. So I don't know if I would be in favor of that anyway.
Mm-hmm. The Jets fall to 1-6 at the stadium yesterday. They are. Listen, Gardner Minshew, the 178th player, vastly outplayed Sam Darnold, who is put together 2 El Stinkeroonies in a row. And if I were the Jets, I'd be a little concerned. We were talking about the Jets after they pulled the upset of the Dallas Cowboys. You looked at the New York Football Jets, and you're like, man, they got a chance here, man. Now, they got the Patriots, and that was going to be the big, signature game for them. Watch us. We're the Jets. We just beat the Cowboys. We'll play with the Patriots. And the Patriots whacked them. So then they come down to Jacksonville. Okay, we're 1-5, but look, they have the Dolphins, the Giants, the Redskins the next 3 games. But now that you're 1-6, I would suggest to you you're not going to beat the Dolphins, the Giants, and the Redskins back to back to back. You're beat up, and it is what it is. Sam Darnold, to his credit, said, the ghost stuff yesterday at the stadium was what it was. They were mocked. There was a banner. Gardner Minshew ain't afraid of no ghost. He was outplayed by Minshew. He threw 3 picks. He got sacked 8 times. And the New York papers say, it's time to worry about Darnold, who has become the butt of jokes and seeing ghost moment At the 2-minute warning, the stadium played the Ghostbusters theme song. Darnold did see Campbell, Allen, and Ngakoue. The offensive line, as Tony pointed out, is for the Jets is down. Assembly, Beachum, both out. They have allowed 34 sacks. What do they do before Tuesday's deadline? Darnold was really good on that first drive, and you thought, wow. And then they're ripping Adam Gase up there, outcoached again. So yeah, it's interesting. Rookie left tackle Chuma Edoga allowed 3.5 of the sacks in his second career start at the position. He had replaced the injured Kelvin Beachum. The Jets had big problems with Minshew. One thing to get picked apart by Tom Brady, the Jets committed far too many breakdowns, resulting in a 70-yard touchdown pass and a 66-yard run. The first time since 2017 they allowed 2 of those plays to happen in the same games. Biggest hole in the game plan, part 2. Le'Veon Bell, what's happened to him?
I tell you what's happened to him. He's gone from, it's amazing. When you're on really good teams, you're good. And when you go to bad teams, you struggle.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not he's not the first guy we've seen do that, is he?
No.
So, yeah, I don't
Did the Jets
but I'm surprised.
The Jets made a major mistake in signing Le'Veon Bell.
Le'Veon Bell made a major mistake in leaving Pittsburgh.
Well, I'm going to tell you why. I don't know if you sign a guy who turns down $16 million to play football. I just wonder about that,
And from what standpoint, that he doesn't really love it that much?
Yeah, you don't care.
Yeah.
You don't care.
I'm surprised. I thought Le'Veon Bell was better than he's played.
He only got 9 carries yesterday, which is a mistake on the Jets' part.
Sure, especially against the team. And because the game wasn't they weren't out of control scoreboard-wise. There was plenty of time for them to commit to the run somewhat. I guess they haven't watched. The Jags have struggled, when you say, more against the run than the pass overall.
Yeah.
If you had to pick one of the two that's been sketchier.
Yeah. DJ Chark got his 6th touchdown of the year yesterday. That would put him on pace for 12. And I think, he's really had, I think he had one called back, and then the one against Carolina, they didn't give him the touchdown, right on that pylon one. Was that a touchdown?
Who now?
DJ Chark. Was that a touchdown?
No, it was close, right?
Yeah. So, thank you. Let's go to break with this thought in your head. DJ Chark.
No.
DJ Chark. DJ Chark. DJ Chark.
I'm concerned this song's losing its charm with the Nats now falling apart. Maybe we should get rid of this thing. Back with more next. The Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Defense wins championships.
Look, their run defense is really what they wanted to focus on even before you got to the pass rush.
After the game, catch the Superior Fence and Rail Defensive Player of the Game.
You got to claim it!
Superior Fence and Rail, where quality matters.
Ever wish a button could undo what you said at the office party?
Ned, my office now.
A button for emptying the dishwasher.
Honey, dishes!
If you have sleep apnea but have trouble using CPAP, now there's a button to replace it. It's called Inspire. Inspire is a sleep apnea treatment that works inside the body with just a click of a remote. That's right, just a button. If you're struggling with CPAP, great sleep awaits at InspireSleep.com. That's InspireSleep.com. Inspire. Sleep apnea innovation. No mask, no hose, just sleep.
Talk to your doctor to see if Inspire is right for you and review important safety information at InspireSleep.com.
Hi, this is Dale Murray, and we're throwing the flag on those big city dealers charging those big city prices. Come see why everybody's driving the distance to Murray Superstores. If we don't have it, the manufacturer doesn't build it. Our starting All-American lineup wins every time. Plus, our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty on all new and qualified used vehicles puts the blitz on the competition. And we'll trade anything from wore-out bed sheets to football cleats. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Tired of cleaning your gutters after every big storm? A+ Gutters says no more. With their leaf and gutter protection, you'll never have to clean out those gutters again. A+ offers a 10-year workmanship warranty for any job, big or small. Call A+ Gutters, 924-5650.
StreamSong is home to Florida's highest-rated golf collection. StreamSong Red, StreamSong Blue, and, of course, StreamSong Black, which Golf Digest 2018 just named as the best new public course in North America. I'm talking about StreamSong Black. Of course, 4 fine and casual restaurants, a rooftop bar, spa, and 3 nationally ranked courses, StreamSong Red, Blue, and Streamsong Black. Streamsong. Check them out today. Visit StreamSongResort.com.
Here's a quick tip from your fast file bankruptcy expert, Don Dufresne with the law offices of Parker & Dufresne. While it's true, bankruptcies stay on your credit report 7 to 10 years, those who file for Chapter 7 bankruptcy saw an average improvement on their credit score of 82 points just 6 to 8 months after their bankruptcies were finalized. For more quick tips, visit jackslawcenter.com. Relief, restore, renew. Parker & Dufresne, offices Jacksonville.
Will your favorite team win today? How many touchdowns will they score? Answer questions like these on the new Prophecy Sports app today and start making cash. Invite your friends and earn monthly residual income. Download the app today at prophecysports.app.
Hacker here, and I'm inviting you to join me immediately following each Gator game this fall on the 1010XL Facebook page for my instant reaction, presented by Mattress Recliner Fit 123. Home or road, win or lose, whenever Florida plays, I'll be live on the 1010XL Facebook page as soon as the game ends, talking with you.
If a car leaves work at 5:46 p.m., picks up 2 kids and 1 spouse at 3 different locations, and purposely passes 3 fast food joints looking for 1 quality meal that feeds 4, what's the quickest way to get a family meal with 0 regret? The Publix Deli. Grab-and-go entrees and salads, chicken and smokehouse favorites, custom-made subs. Every option is the right answer. Try a delicious ready-to-enjoy deli meal tonight. Now that's everyday easy. Only at Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
In 1919, my great-grandfather founded Catlin as a Studebaker dealership, and now we're the oldest truck accessory store in the U.S. This is Keith Catlin, and I'm proud to be the 4th-generation owner. If you need anything for your truck, van, or SUV, come see us. From Lear toppers to roll-and lock bed covers to trailer hitches and everything in between. Let us take care of all your accessory needs. Quality counts at Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
Florida, Georgia, Gators, Bulldogs, the big one. And it's tailgate party time as the Brick Step House and Gator alum Mark Lowry, Pi Kappa Alpha fraternity brother and owner of Vida de Louis Tequila, present a tailgate party November 1st and 2nd featuring the Vida de Louis Girls and the band The Mosquitoes starting at 9 both nights. The tailgate party of the year at the Brick Step House, 302nd Street North, Jacksonville Beach. Must be 21.
So I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 5-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $30,000 a year, and right now graduate making over $80,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition and no student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted into the program, your only costs are the books and the course fees, around $700 a year.
Wow, that sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org, and you can apply there.
Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods, reminding you that everybody loves a classic. And all month long, you can pick up a fresh, never frozen classic Cuban for just $3.99 from Dandy. That's right, folks. $3.99 gets you a deliciously unique sub that boasts piles of cooked ham, salami, roast pork, and creamy Swiss cheese. Add a little mustard and pickles, authentic Cuban bread, and you have yourself a classic. So why don't you go out and make yours a classic Cuban from Dandy, and do it today.
2020 is right around the corner, but at Claude Nolan Cadillac, the 2020 models have arrived, and you're invited to our Roaring Into the 20s celebration. Join us Saturday, November 9th from 10 until 3 and see the entire lineup of 2020 models, plus get an exclusive sneak peek at the brand new CT5. Food, raffles, and test drives, we hope you'll join us. Claude Nolan on Southside Boulevard or visit ClaudeNolanCadillac.com for more details. Beginning lasting relationships since 1905.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. It's the Tap 5 at 8. Visit brewswithaz.beer.
It's time to see what's trending with our social media expert, Steve Beauty.
We got Trent Dilfer coming up top of the hour, 9 o'clock.
Yeah. All right, beautiful.
Let's do this quickie.
All right, brought to you by Brews with a Z. The third location, Riverside, now is a perfect location for your special event. So maybe it's a graduation party, a Christmas party for your company. Maybe it's a wedding rehearsal or reception. Find out more at brews.z.
Number 5.
Number 5, guys. You know, you hate it when they have to update or change something just for the sake of updating or changing it. And it's where we bring you the tale of the ABC song, guys. You know it. The alphabet song. Sure. Every kid sings it.
Okay.
Apparently, apparently some educators decided that the LMNOP part goes through a little too fast for the kids, so we've gone ahead and updated it, guys. Right. Give it a listen.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Yeah.
H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z.
O, P, Q, R,
Oh, no. Oh, no. No, no.
V, W.
No. Don't update. Go back to the old one. No, get that out of here. I don't want that in my head.
If teachers are concerned that LMNOP is too fast, then they're terrible teachers.
LMNOP is fun. It's the fun part.
You can clarify that.
Letters.
You can clarify that in about 8 seconds, even with a 6-year-old.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. That's what I thought.
I
thought I'd see what
the
you guys
dumbing
thought.
down continues.
The idiocracy.
They start
Keep
now
that
at a
rolling.
young age. Make sure they're idiots by the time they're grown.
Oh, boy.
Number 4.
Number 4, guys. Speaking of idiots, I know you guys always like it when, not saying these people are idiots because they're competing on a Jeopardy contest, but you always like it when they have a sports question and it goes horribly wrong. And we had this at the end of the week last week, where we had an NBA trivia question, and, well, guys, it didn't go well.
Am I the only one, by the way, that whenever I'm watching Jeopardy, I always take a liking to the one that can get the sports answers?
Yes.
Because there's right.
I'm with you.
Like
they're kind of one of us.
Looked like a little old lady from Iowa, and she was just banging out the NBA question. I'm like, yeah, that a girl.
I'm with her.
All right.
But here's a clip from last week.
In 2001, this 76ers guard became the shortest NBA MVP in history and was the All-Star Game MVP in an Eastern Conference victory. Chris, who is Muggsy Bogues? Nope.
Oh.
Jamie Irvin? Who is Allen Iverson?
Muggsy Bogues isn't a bad stab.
One guy had a run at it. The other two had nothing.
I took a shot at the short guy.
Here's why Muggsy isn't a terrible stab. At least shows some knowledge that Muggsy Bogues was a really short basketball player.
This is true.
And it's also about the time that Muggsy was playing. Maybe a little past due, but I hate to see Spud Webb not get mentioned.
Yeah.
It's hurtful, really, if we're being honest about it.
Met Spud Webb at the Jaspers one year he came. That was
tower
really
over
exciting for me. We talked about that deflating 86 loss to the Celtics.
Oof.
Number 3.
Kind of blamed him. No.
Number 3, guys, from the world of Major League Baseball. I don't know if you guys saw that at the World Series, the Houston Astros won the middle 3 in D.C.
Yes.
In convincing fashion each night, but maybe you weren't watching the game. Maybe you were distracted by what was happening behind the plate.
Yeah.
I guess there were some girls that were flashing Garrett Cole, huh?
Well, I got to the bottom of it. I know, Beef, you may have this story,
Yes.
so yeah.
What
who,
is the
who
story?
it was.
Go ahead, Dan.
Well, it's Julia Rose and Lauren Summer, who've been banned indefinitely, by the way, because they violated the conduct code.
Apparently, can't flash them, guys.
They shared the letter they had received, which noted a violation of fan conduct. During the game, you violated the fan code of conduct by exposing yourself during the 7th inning in order to promote a business. Shag Mag founder Julia Rose and brand executive
can only imagine
Lauren Sumner are banned from here on out. It appears the women were promoting breast cancer awareness. Fellow attendee Kaylin Lauren was also sporting a yellow Shag Mag t-shirt at the game, later posted a bathroom selfie seemingly following the incident. Just got kicked out of the World Series in police HQ bathroom. Still got to get that birthday selfie. But behind home plate, they flashed.
Yeah, and by the way, listen, I know I'm just a big, dumb, hairy man.
Yeah.
True.
But to the women out there, when you flash your breast, in no way at all are we thinking, man, breast cancer awareness.
No.
That's not what we're thinking when you do that.
That's not crossing our minds?
At
Not
all.
what we're thinking. No.
As a matter of fact,
Yeah.
when 2 girls that look like they do flash their breast at the World Series, breast cancer awareness may be the last thing we're thinking about.
Fair enough.
So,
Number 2.
for the record.
Yes.
Number 2, guys,
Uh-huh.
like Jeff, you said in the 6 o'clock hour, just because of the time of the year, it's not number 1, but I guess move over Sam Snead. Need a little extra room at the top of the mountain.
It just seems so weird to me that Tiger Woods is tying the all-time record with, has Tiger Woods ever won a golf tournament in football season, Dan Hicken? This is the first one.
I would say yes because
Like that
back in the
Dunlop,
day,
yeah. Not many,
Disney and Vegas,
All
and
right.
those were in the.
Well, so anyway, it just seemed kind of odd to me, though, that, Tiger is winning at, 9 o'clock at night here back home, and it's in Japan, and it's, it's something called the Zozo. It just seems
Zozo.
a little strange. But,
8th time in his career he's won his opening tournament.
And listen, so people know, because I understand that you're tuned out of golf right now, it's a really good field.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a good place to get that. Hideki Matsuyama was second. Rory McIlroy was third.
Yeah.
Gary Woodland, the U.S. Open champ, was in the top 5. So he was probably more vintage Tiger than he was even in the other 2 wins
I think
this
I read
year.
31 of the top 50 played in it.
So, I think he played better and was more dominating and won the stare down even more than he did the Tour Championship of the Masters.
Yeah.
Number 1.
Yes, sir.
But by virtue of a ghostly victory, it's Victory Monday. Grab yourself your worst sheet.
Yes.
Get yourself a ghost costume. Grab your bag of your favorite spaghetti.
Yes.
And let's celebrate.
A Jag fan yesterday was eating spaghetti out of a plastic
like a gallon
Ziploc
freezer bag.
Yeah.
Just going to town on it, man.
Well, I hope he enjoyed it.
Housing it in the rain.
That's a tough eat. Out
of a bag. At a game, bro?
That's a tough eat.
I gotta say,
A little bit messy.
Any parm on that?
Should I not feel offended? I mean, I get made fun of here for eating pizza in a box at
so you
8:30.
can't call him out.
But I mean, this guy's eating spaghetti in a football
By the
game.
way.
Listen, hey, Jax.
It's strong technique, man. He gets the hand in there, he twirls.
I gotta see this.
It's impressive.
I'll
Come
take
check
the
it
walk.
out, Dan. Take the walk. Jeff and Dan are coming to join me now in the studio together as we watch the video of our friend, the Jaguar fan. I'm not sure what section this is in, but my dude's got the gallon freezer bag with the plastic fork in it. He goes in, he's twirling, twirl.
He also has the Minshew get up.
Got the Minshew get up, twirl, get himself a big heaping helping of the spaghetti. And then it goes down the gullet. Yeah, good on him. Good on him.
That's what's trending.
That's what's trending, everybody.
You have got to love spaghetti to take a bag of it to a football game. I mean, spaghetti must be
Your jam.
manna from heaven. It's the Monday Morning Quarterback. We're going to talk to Trent Dipper when we get back. Hey, gang, if you're headed out of town for any football weekends, or maybe you got plans for the holidays, sometimes those plans might not involve you going out of town, but someone coming to your house, maybe in an extra room. Maybe you got 2 or 3 dogs that you just don't know what to do with for that period of time. Or, you know what, maybe you realize that your dog has either got so much energy and you're gone all day and it's just not fair for the dog. You get him a play day. Get him a day of day boarding at Pet Paradise. Pet Paradise goes above and beyond to make it just that, a paradise experience for both you and your pet. They have all services needed under one roof, and these facilities, by the way, are so new and clean and awesome. You're going to love them. They have on-site management 24/7. Your pets are always in the absolute best care. So whether it's, more long-term overnight boarding, maybe it's just a play date, maybe you want to go in for veterinarian services and grooming, knock out 2 at one time, you can do it all with the experts at Pet Paradise who are going to love your pet as much as you do. So go online at petparadise.com. You'll find the many, many convenient locations all over Jacksonville. It's Pet Paradise, and it's exactly like it sounds.
From the studios at Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Now your local Hyundai dealers present the Offensive Player of the Game.
Rookie Gardner Minshew shined in the Sunshine State on Sunday against New York. The young gun went 22 of 34 on the day for 279 yards and 3 touchdowns. That performance gets Jacksonville at 500 on the season and right back in the swing of things in this division. You can't stop the stash, you can only hope to contain them. Gardner Minshew is your North Florida Hyundai dealer's offensive player of the game.
Team, if we strive to make things better like Hyundai, we will have success. If we commit to being the best like Hyundai, we will have.
Are the snacks after the game, Coach?
Molly's mom brought snacks.
Yeah!
Success!
Right now, get a new Hyundai Elantra or Santa Fe with 0% APR financing for 72 months. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end 10/31/19. Call 877-616-8513 for complete feature and offer details.
My name is Janice. I'm a client of Brett Hastings. Brett is the most brilliant, diligent, hardworking attorney I have ever met. He is truly dedicated to his clients and fights for them to the very end. Brett fought hard to win a large personal injury lawsuit for me, They're the very best legal team I have ever met. I would hire them again in a heartbeat.
Learn more at justiceforjacksonville.com. Law offices of Brett Hastings, where the injured find justice.
Folks, the First Coast has voted. Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute is proud to be chosen as Bold City's best in the orthopedic practice and physical therapy and rehab center categories. For the last 25 years, JOI has continually strived for the highest level of orthopedic surgery and rehab care. As the needs of the community evolve, so will they. That's why coaches, parents, and athletes choose JOI. Call them at JOI 2000 or visit JOI.net. Go where the pros go.
It's Monday Madness at Tropical Smoothie Cafe.
What are you, crazy?
It's not crazy. Pick up the official smoothie of the Jacksonville Jaguars, Duval Delight, for just $2.99 at Tropical Smoothie Cafe.
I don't think you're crazy.
Since 1948, Florida Pump Service has been servicing Northeast Florida with fast, reliable 24-hour pump service. Rick Ballou here. If you've ever stepped into a shower and found no water or gone to the faucet only to find nothing comes out, then you know the importance of your water pump. Florida Pump Service knows what your water means to you. Next time you have a well pump problem or question, call 269-0202 or visit floridapumpservice.com. Florida Pump Service. We make water happen.
When you owe the IRS or Florida sales tax and can't pay, contact J. David Tax Law. Voted best tax attorney by Folio Weekly Readers and an ultimate tax attorney by the Jacksonville Business Journal. Stop collection action and permanently resolve your tax problem. Peace of mind is only a click or call away. Call J. David Tax Law now for a no-cost consultation at 507-4777. That's 904-507-4777. Online at jdavidtaxlaw.com.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Frank Frangie here. Visit the newly renovated Boston's in the River City Marketplace. This month, a percentage of all pizza sales will benefit walk-off charities supporting youth baseball. Check out their Facebook page for local specials, events, and giveaways. We'll make you a fan.
Listen up, Jacksonville. Beaver Chevrolet is expanding and looking for the best of the best to join our family. Maintain your work-life balance, enjoy a positive atmosphere, and earn industry-leading pay. Our WOW opening of the month is for experienced mechanics. How about a $10,000 signing bonus? That's right, experienced technicians can take advantage of a $10,000 signing bonus. If you're ready to join the team, call General Manager Brett Morgan at 904-245-1422 or just stop by Beaver Chevrolet.
Peace of mind. It's one of the most important things we can have, and sometimes the most elusive. I'm Glenn Levine from the law offices of Anna John Levine. Car accidents can turn your life upside down. Your car is damaged, you're in pain, injuries can even create problems at work. While there's no magic wand, our team is ready to get you back on your feet as soon as possible. Call the law offices of Anna John Levine at 904-600-4000 for a consultation. That's 904-600-4000.
Office in Jacksonville.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update brought to you by MyBookie. I'm Taylor Dahl for 1010XL. The Jaguars now head to London with a 500 record as they beat the Jets yesterday 29-15. Gardner Minshew with another solid game as he threw for 3 touchdowns to 3 different receivers in DJ Chark, Chris Conley, and Keenan Cole. Minshew talked to media yesterday about that final touchdown of the game to Chark.
I don't know, man. Kind of just blacked out on that one. He did an awesome job, man. He came from all the way on the other side of the field, worked all the way back. That was a credit to him working and just finding a way.
Visit Jaguars.com for more from Minshew. And the Jags play the Texans in London this weekend, and Houston got hit hard yesterday as defensive end J.J. Watt tore his pectoral muscle during the win over Oakland. Watt will now miss the remainder of the season. The 71 degrees at 9:02. Time and temp are brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
All right, top of the hour. You know, as a football player, I was thinking Trent Dilfer's probably seen and been a part of everything almost that you could imagine.
I would think so.
In the NFL, the highest level, first-round pick. And just he's done everything, right? And now he's a coach and at the high school level, and I want to find out how he's doing there. But let's bring him in right now and talk to him real quick. How's the season going, Trent Dilfer?
failure teaches you a lot.
Or you up in Nashville, right? Nashville area.
I like what you guys said. I've seen everything. I've pretty much failed at everything.
Haven't we all, friend? Come on.
It's been awesome. I took over a program that had won 3 games in 2 years. They were broken, uninspired, and we started off hot. We started off 4-1. Scored more points in the first 2 weeks than we scored all last year. We've lost 3 out of our last 4, so we're 5-4.
All right.
But overall, we're doing really well. These kids are great kids. I love it. Now, it's brutally hard. Every parent and every kid's little problem becomes your huge problem. There's all kinds of team dynamics. Kids get banged up. You're playing kids that, I think we're playing 6 or 7 sophomores, 2 freshmen. In private school Tennessee football, which is pretty darn good. But it's been. Listen. I wouldn't change it for the world. I love every second of it, and I feel really. I told the kids that I truly, truly mean this. I'm humbled and honored to kind of be their head coach, and I think great things are coming. We're just learning how to do things the right way now.
I love it. Hey, listen, we're going to ask you about Gardner Minshew, but first, tell us what you got going on with Panini.
Yeah, super simple. So I've been doing this for like 7 years. Yeah. It's by far the coolest thing I've been able to do as an athlete or analyst in terms of promotions. Panini trading cards, they're by far the best. They're the official trading card of the NFL and NFLPA. But basically, we all try to chant our inner 12-year-old. Go buy trading cards, Walmart, Target, hobby shops, icollectpanini.com. You enter a code on the back. And if you win, you get to go to the Super Bowl for a week. Now, the downside of this is that you have to hang out with me on media night. And I train the kid how, if it's a kid, how to be a reporter.
Okay.
And we go through media night and get to the front of all the media booths and get to ask the players, coaches questions. And like Tom Brady's come off the booth, Peyton Manning, Russell Wilson, I can go on, Dante Hightower, Edelman. They'll come down because it's a kid.
Right.
And they'll talk to the kid and engage with them and take a picture with them. And it's just been so cool to watch these players the Monday night before the Super Bowl just get fired up that there's some 9-year-old or 10-year-old or 11-year-old that's asking them a thoughtful question and instead of some hokey-pokey question that they get on that night.
Well, that's awesome. So we appreciate that. Hey, listen, 178th player taken in the draft. What are your observations of this Minshew kid who has wowed us down here in Jacksonville?
Well, I wrote an article for the Athletic last year. I was writing for them last year, kind of in my semi-retirement, and we were talking about like players that could be drafted last year, guys that could come out, and then kind of sleepers. And I wrote a thing on Gardner, and I was like, of all the players I've studied in the past few years, this guy's the purest passer of all that I've studied. We had him in Elite 11 years ago. He kind of really didn't fit the height, weight, measurable standard.
Right.
He goes, I think he went to East Carolina first, then he went to JC, then he's going to retire, then he's going to coach at Alabama, then he goes to Washington State. But through it all, this kid just has that passing pedigree. He can flat pass. He can see it. He can change the speed. He's an artist. I always steal this from Steve Young. Steve used to teach me when we worked together at ESPN. He's like, there's guys that are science and there's guys that are art in terms of quarterbacks. And this guy paints a picture with every throw. He's an artist. And he really is. I mean, mechanically, he's as sound as anybody. That allows him to do a lot of what he does. He's tough as nails. He's got that kind of pocket awareness, instinct quality to him. He's a good enough athlete. Like he's a Baker Mayfield type athlete, good enough to create space. But he can pass. Like if you freeze the passes, I always do. You gotta to really study quarterbacks. You look at right as the ball goes back because that's kind of when the brain says, "Okay, that's where I'm throwing it," and look where the receivers are. They're not open. Like he throws guys open. He sees it at a different level than most guys do. And I'm probably his biggest fan. Drew Bledsoe and I were texting the other day because Drew and I were talking about him this offseason. I'm like, Drew, am I crazy? I think this kid's not just a starter. I think he's a 10-year starter in the NFL. And Drew was like, I agree. I'm up here at Washington State. My kid goes here. I go to practices. I watch him in practice. Like, this kid has it. He's not me and you in terms of size and arm strength and all that stuff, but he's a passer, and we know passers as quarterbacks. And Drew and I were texting the other day, and in fact, Drew texted me just randomly and said, "Hey, we weren't wrong. This kid can play."
Yeah.
And I think he's a long-term solution. I don't think he's just a flash in the pan, has a cool mustache, and everybody likes him guy. I think
Sure.
this guy's he's going to throw for 4,000 yards for 10 straight seasons.
Well, the hot topic here, Trent, is going to be Nick Foles coming off of the injured list after they play in London this week, then a bye week, and then Foles is back and eligible to play. What does that lead to, both as an organization and a locker room? I mean, we're fairly certain, sitting in the seats we are, that they'll go to Nick Foles, and they now have confidence they have two quarterbacks rather than the none they've had for the last 7 years. But how would you play that?
Listen, again, it's funny you asked me this because I was the guy that had Nick Foles in the first round. So, again, I'm a Nick Foles guy. I would not go back to Nick Foles. And I love Nick Foles. He's a friend. I love him as a person. I think he's a really good player. So this is like cheating on your girlfriend, right? I really like Nick. I think they found their quarterback. I think they have found their 10-year quarterback in Gardner Minshew. I think he's a dude. We always talk about in the quarterback world, do you have DQs? Dude qualities. That means you kind of check every box as a quarterback. And Gardner has it. He's got DQs. He's got talent. He's got everything you're looking for, and he's younger. And he's taken a team that I didn't think had huge expectations, and they're 4-4, and they've righted kind of an ugly dark cloud thing around the Jalen Ramsey deal. Like, they've weathered some storms. They've gotten through adversity. They've done kind of those team-building things that you need to do early in the year with Gardner Minshew. And I think if you make the change now, you kind of suck the life out of a team that has some energy. And then, frankly, I wouldn't want to play. I mean, if I'm in the AFC, that's not a team I'm looking forward to playing on my schedule. If I see them 3 weeks from now, I'm like, ooh, that's going to be a tough one.
Got some magic there. Why has we know you're high on Dwayne Haskins coming out, into the draft. Why has he struggled so much? Is it just a product of that dysfunctional situation in Washington, or some guys just take a little longer? Give me your thoughts on the rookie quarterback class.
I think every situation's different. This is where the the first 2 years of a quarterback in the NFL is different, where Gardner Minshew has great passing pedigree, seen a lot, dropped back a lot, seen a lot of defenses, played from the pocket. Dwayne Haskins was more of a system guy at Ohio State. Doesn't take anything away from him. He's still very good. He still has all the things it's going to take, but that transition into NFL passing game is going to take a little longer. And that's okay. Like, it's not an indictment on the quarterback if you're not ready day one. You're not supposed to be ready day one. I think it's going to take him a little longer, and I think they're probably, because of how ugly it is there right now, it's probably better not to throw him to the Wolves and get his brains beat in. I mean, I went through it in Tampa. When I got thrown to the Wolves, it beat me down. Now, I probably wasn't mentally strong enough at the time, mature enough to handle it. Some guys are, some guys can't, but it took me a few years to get through those demons. You don't want to create that big demon on the shoulder to a young quarterback that all of a sudden he becomes gun shy and doesn't want to pull the trigger. And I think that's probably what they're being careful about.
And we're visiting with Trent Dilfer, and we appreciate his time. I kind of want to wrap up though, but with this, how long does it take before you know? I mean, for example, we watched Baker Mayfield last year, and man, oh man, such great promise and throwing touchdowns, rookie record, and this year has been nothing but a struggle. Sam Darnold the last couple weeks here. I mean, it's just such a tough position, and it's such a tough position to judge. How long does it take before you know if the guy's even just a hit or a miss?
I think you start seeing their true quarterback DNA and starts 30 to 40. To me, that's kind of what I've learned. I'm not saying it's right, and I know there's exceptions to this, but it's kind of in that 30 to 40 start range. And that's if there's an asterisk next to this, if they're supported properly offensively. So you got to have the pieces around him, and this is where I'll use the Sam Darnold situation. Like Sam, they're not really talented.
Right.
They have the runner, and that's about it. certain guys like Baker has a lot of talent around him. So it's going to be very interesting. I would say the first part of next year is when we'll be able to stamp Baker, and just say, okay, this is who he is. I think the book has to be written on you. Like teams need an off season or two to study you. Take away what you do best. See if you have more dimensions to your game. I think, and then the toughness. I think there's just a flat core mental, physical toughness that it takes to thrive as a quarterback in the NFL. Maybe call it resilience. Do they have that? Pocket instincts, are they always scrambling to the right? Are they always scrambling to the left? Do they not like to step up in the pocket? Do they not like pressure from the right, pressure from the left? Do they not play well against man? Are they more zone guys? How do they handle blitzes? Yada yada. I mean, go talk football geek with you all you want.
Yeah.
But these are all the conversations that happen in the off season with defensive coordinators, and you got to cycle through that a couple years before you really know who these guys are. And then again, I'll repeat myself. And they have to have the right people around them.
Right. We could visit with you all day, but we'll let you run. But tell us again one more time, you're with Panini, and you got a chance here to go to the Super Bowl and kind of hang out with you on
Imagine
Media
if
Day.
you were a kid and you won this.
I'd be the greatest.
Oh, my God.
I think about my 14-year-old and be like,
Yeah, I'll say this. Panini is not a sandwich. It's a trading card company.
Right.
They're the official partner of the NFL and the NFLPA.
But they also make a great sandwich, just for the record.
Do.
Yeah.
Go to Walmart, Target, hobby shops nationwide, or online, icollectpanini.com. Buy cards. Everybody loves cards. Fill out the code on the back. Send it in. You might be the lucky kid that gets to be the Super Bowl kid reporter. And then, unfortunately, you have to hang out with me, but I'll try to make it as fun as possible.
Hey, man, keep doing what you do, and congrats on your football season. It sounds a little bit better than the picture that you painted. So,
thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
There he goes.
There he goes. That's
Trent
it.
Dilfer, who's a lot of fun to talk to about quarterback play.
All right.
And has seen it all. But interesting, again, another guy just said, I'd stay with Gardner Minshew.
Yeah, no, that's correct.
Yeah. I'm looking at this. I just happened to call this up, 2019 NFL Draft, ranking the top 11 draft-eligible quarterbacks. And I was like Brett Rippon, Shea Patterson, Daniel Jones, Jake Browning, Jarrett Stidham, Clayton Thorson, Will Grier, Ryan Finley, Dwayne Haskins, Drew Lock.
Well, listen, we talked a lot about
Not a
quarterbacks,
one.
and we never
No
mentioned
Minshew.
Gardner Minshew. We mentioned
Yeah.
just about all those guys.
Yeah.
And some, like was Minshew not in the Senior Bowl, I guess? His name would have come up at least somewhat.
He might have been
That's
there.
what I was wondering.
sure he was.
How would he not stand out at the Senior Bowl as good as he's playing here?
Yeah. Let me see
He must
if
not have been there.
He might not have been there.
Because we talked about seemingly everyone
Yeah,
who was
mic'd up, best of Washington State quarterback.
Yeah, he was there.
He was there.
at the Senior Bowl. Yeah, he even was invisible there, Dan. I mean, listen. We were
He was
in
voted
search of
captain by his South teammates.
we were in search of a quarterback, though. Hick, we went over that Senior Bowl roster upside down.
Here's what they wrote back then.
Of course, we were looking for a first-round guy, so we didn't think a lot about.
Teammates were drawn to the Mississippi Mustache hours before the South met the North. 49er coaches ordered a team-wide vote to elect South's three captains, Minshew, Montez Sweat, and Deebo Samuel were picked.
All three having good rookie years.
The WSU quarterback ran over to congratulate his receivers on big catches, and according to an AP story earlier this week, gathered the phone numbers of his fellow South quarterbacks and centers so he could spend more time working on snaps. I learned right before the game, Minshew said of being captain, guys, I thought I'd be the best to represent the team, so it's definitely an honor. The Buffalo kid, Tyree Jackson, said, Gardner's a funny guy. He's really cool. He's something that I think the great thing about this quarterback room this week is everyone meshed together. So clearly he's a dude. That's a good way to describe him. I thought Dilfer nailed that. He is definitely a dude.
It's so fun to have that guy on your team. And listen, I'll say this. I think 100% they're going to Foles. I still do. I don't care what Trent Dilfer says anyone. I would go to Foles. But I would not be like, how, you know what I mean?
It's a tougher decision than we think.
Yeah, and there's, I don't know if there's a bad answer there. I would understand if it's not like if they went to Minshew that, we would take the angle of, that's just dumb, No, but I don't know. We'll see. He's also had the benefit, we've talked about this, the Jags have played a really, really cushy schedule, Dan. 8 games couldn't, it's not been in murderer's row by any stretch.
The thing about Gardner Minshew is he threw for 3,500 yards and 31 touchdowns in his senior year at Brandon High School. They went to the 6A South State Championship game, okay? But he still had to start his college career as a walk-on. Remember, Mississippi State, Southern Miss,
Ole Miss,
all No. Well, again, that's
They missed. Hey, Dan
missed.
Mullen.
Okay, so then
Might be worth a question to Mullen at some point about Minshew magic.
Then he
Although,
transferred.
was he even there yet? Yeah, I guess he was.
Yeah, he was there. Transferred to Northwest Mississippi Community College. As a freshman, he led the team to its first national title since 1992. Threw for 3,288 yards and 28
That's one of those last chance
touchdowns.
you kind of places.
Yeah. So I feel like I've always been overlooked. Everybody has their own sob story or whatever adversity they have, but it's something that I carry with me more than proving everybody wrong. It's about proving the people who believe in me right. And he just says all the right things.
Here's a good example of saying all the right things. How easy would it be caught up in, man, am I good? This is awesome. I should be playing forever. Look at me. Look what I've done for this team. Even on his most remarkable play yesterday, when he stood up in the pocket and he let Chris Conley run free and he hit him for a 70-yard touchdown, all eyes on Minshew and Conley, and what's the first thing Minshew does in the press conference? Set some people straight.
What made that play is Leonard, the safety was coming off the edge. Leonard started to fake, came all the way back, made that block to send him around where I could step up and make that. So, that's really, it's not on the stat sheet or whatever, but that's a Leonard Fournette play right there.
People love that.
The blitz pickup you're talking about?
Yeah.
You love that if you're a teammate. But this guy, you don't have to say that. Leonard's doing enough to get his own recognition, but it shows an awareness of appreciation for plays working beyond just the sexy guys throwing and catching. We'll talk about more football as we move. I got to get what is the deal? This LeBron hair story. Does this guy literally put a patch of rubber on top of his head and call it hair?
I'm not sure what it's made out of, but it is some kind of hair piece.
So they're playing a game the other night, and his hair piece starts to bunch up, it's rolling up his forehead and the back of his head.
Yeah, sort of like if your dog digs in the corner of your rug and it starts to come up in the corner.
Can't you do better than? I mean, if you're LeBron James and you got, if you have $8 zillion and you're LeBron James, can't you get a better solution than that?
The best was
it's like pushing up like a rubber bottle cap or something.
LeBron James hair.
This is huge, dude.
Huge.
Why not just shave? Have some dignity, LeBron. Just shave it off.
The best was Anthony Davis on the sideline.
He's showing him.
You can read his lips clear as day, like your hair, bro.
Did you see this, Hick? Anthony Davis is on the bench of LeBron. He's signaling, your hair, bro, your hair.
Your hair's
it's rolling
up.
It's rolling up his head. Like some sort of rubber.
It sort of looks like the cap of a mushroom around his headband.
What are we doing here?
What is
the
that?
rug is rolling up, LeBron.
I mean,
we
it's
need
the best
glue.
Listen, you've got to look that up today, gang. You won't see anything better. LeBron's hair is rolling up like some sort of alien. I've never seen anything like it.
It's incredible.
All right, today's since we're talking basketball, today's Shazam Spotlight brought to you by ShazamAuto.com. The Murray Ford Superstores in Stark, Kingsland, the Short Drive, save you big money. They're great. They'll deal anything. Take them an old ink pen or a pig pen. Either one, they're going to deal with you. All right, boys, I'm going to let you play player A, player B with me. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Who do you want, player A or player B?
I'm ready.
Player A is averaging 23 points a game.
Mm-hmm.
He's shooting 39% from the field.
Oh, God, I know what we're doing.
He has 2 3-pointers on the season, good for a 20% clip.
Yeah.
He averages 4.5 assists and 6 rebounds. So player A, 23 points on 39% shooting. He's hit a total of 2 3-pointers for 20% there, 4.5 assists, 6 rebounds.
You so know him.
Our player B, who's averaging 38.5 points, is shooting 58.7% from the field. He's hit 11 3-pointers and is shooting 55% and is averaging 9 assists and 7 rebounds.
So you go ahead and do the honors. Which one is Steph Curry? Which one's Trey?
I'm going to take player A.
I'm
going to take player A, the 2-time MVP.
Player A is
won
Steph
world
Curry.
championships.
Player B is Trey Young.
But,
38.5 to 23, 58% to 39%, 55% 3-point to 20%, 11-2 overall, 9 assists to 4.5 and 7 rebounds to 6. You've taken the lesser player, my friend.
I'm going to respond
You've taken
with
the wrong guy.
Beef, who do you want? Player A, he's an NBA rookie. He's not even playing right now. He's averaging 0 points per game. Or player B, who's averaging 21 points per game and shooting 47% and is the clear-cut rookie of the year. Who do you want? Well, you want
the
player
Warriors
A.
do not win
you
the
want
NBA.
Zion.
They are not as good as they think they are. The numbers have spoken, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's go to break.
82 don't lie,
The
guys.
numbers have spoken. You can have Steph Curry. I'll take Trae Young.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And I won't see you in the playoffs, but I'll be there. And with a winning dime bet.
Now, the Lamb Rant, brought to you by the Best Bet Card Room.